is Stripper Radio Live. I'm not quite sure if we're live yet. We are now. So hold on. It's not trying to do it. So let's get it going. Hey, everybody. Stripper Radio Live. You had a little 20-minute thing, 20-second thing. You're in the wind. You got to get out the wind, Michael.
I'm not in no wind. What you talking about?
Something's blowing on you. Something's blowing on you.
Oh,
Probably you, right? Probably you. Welcome to Stripper Radio. Welcome to Stripper Radio Live, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. It's Saturday, 9 o'clock. We did a little differently today. I had to start late because I just didn't feel like doing extra today. So we got two great guests today. Hopefully Caleb can join us. Unfortunately, Dalton can't be here today because he's doing daddy duty. So y'all want to keep us on the air, you know what to do. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on Stripper Radio Live in YouTube. Send some money to my Cash App. Send some money to Bone Daddy's Cash App. You just loud. I hear kids. That's all I hear is cartoons right now.
That's what I'm saying. I like this thing. It's loud.
I know, because you can hear every damn thing. All right. So I got special guests today. So everybody chime in. If you want to join us on Facebook or the world famous YouTube, you can join us right here. It's kind of a special episode for me because what the fuck was that? Oh,
Four-wheeler.
You can always sit in the bathroom if you want to. But tonight is a special episode for me and Mikey because these are two of our boys that are pro wrestlers, and one of them he's got a title. So right now
nice.
In the building, Mr. Price, pacifist.
what's happening with it?
What's up, man? Everybody makes some noise for my man right here, Mr.
What's
Mr.
happening?
Pierce Price. What's up?
Let me see if I can find an angle where I'm not like black as hell. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta kind of scoot it around a little bit.
Yeah. There we go. Now I'm just red as shit.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to get all the configurements right. He is the current and world title holder right now. He's the top of Texas world heavyweight champion, Mr. Pierce Price. How you doing, Pierce? You doing good?
Nice to see y'all. Nice to see y'all. Hello, whoever's watching and all that shit.
Hopefully everybody's watching because everybody ends up watching by the end of it anyway. So tell us about your career. Tell us how this all started. I know how it started because I was there from jump, but still, everybody else don't know.
Well, like the fuel behind it really stemmed from a lot of hanging out with my older brother and whatnot, watching the first pay-per-view I remember us watching was the first Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and fucking who was it with? Mankind, where he tossed his ass off that fucking cage and through that table. And then later on, it was kind of even before that, it was like a little bit of hanging out with my Uncle Daryl, my dad's little brother, and just kind of picking up stories from when he was working out at what was the Ropaho before they shut down. He was one of the security guys out there. He was one of the cats that was out there selling burritos and shit. So he'd always have some stories to tell me about Big Show and all those guys when they ran through Amarillo, and it was just really cool. It was something that I could share with my uncle. Let's fast track it down to like 2006. Yeah, my gimmick's weird, bro. Is it?
It's okay.
Is it better now?
A lot of people have been having problems anyway because like everybody's using this now. Talk to everybody, and so I should have invited your ass over here. I should have invited your ass here. Because I see what you own right now. And Big Brother's.
Just got back here from doing some fishing.
Oh, right on, right on.
Ugh.
I might have to come by. I might have to come by there after the show.
Word.
Maybe.
But yeah, friggin'
So oh, keep going.
about 2006, I ended up dating this girl that was the daughter of the local owner of West Texas Wrestling Association. She talked to this big giant fella named Colossus. His legal name's like Butch or something like that, but he
Butch.
wrestles as the Gladiator Colossus. Yeah, you'd have
And he
met
used
Butch's
to,
big ass.
yeah, Butch used to be my boss. Matter of fact, yeah. And
Go fucking figure that.
I can't hear.
What happened?
I can't hear.
See, I came outside because I knew my son was gonna be loud as shit.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, turn your cell down a little bit. Turn it down just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because you're a little loud.
Some good quality though.
It's great quality. Great quality, though.
My bad.
This fool just got some Beats. You know, he got some Beat headphones. So you
Oh,
know those
yeah,
are
yeah.
extra. You know, woofy.
Oh hell, you can hear every octave in my fucking vocal range then.
Right now it's like.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
All right. So that got you into wrestling. What has kept you into wrestling? What has kept you over the years doing this?
A little bit of me being an asshole. A little bit of keeping my my mental health in check. Cause like
Right.
a lot of cats, they get into wrestling because they want to make a shot at the WWE, which is, you know, I commend the shit out of them. That's a hard road to travel. You know, getting from an independent level to a professional level is a hell of a journey, and some cats still don't make it.
Well, you know, one of our boys is now part of the. Well, a couple of our boys is part of the WWE family now. You know, like Jake
Yeah.
Strong and a couple other brothers. I won't mention right now because they're still kind of on that hiatus status right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, you know, mess up anything for them. So I just
Right, because mom's the word and all that jazz.
Right, because they got to make that. They got to make that ultimate premiere.
Yeah.
So since we are on a special episode, I still got to ask the inevitable questions. How do you feel about the lockdown? The end of the lockdown's coming up. Hopefully during the summer, we can actually get back to seeing wrestling live. How you feel about this whole quarantine thing? What's the largest stifling thing that's happened in this for you right now?
This has completely eliminated my ability to keep my mental health in check. I mean, outside of blazing a forest here and there, wrestling was kind of like my go-to. Now, admittedly, I could easily take my black ass down to the local TPC or whatever it is that you have out in your area that helps you with your mental health and talk to these people, but the pills just make me feel like a shell of a human being. Like everything's moving at quarter speed and I'm still trying to catch up. They put me on Prozac and some kind of antipsychotic, bro. That was a Pizza Hut delivery dude, and I fell asleep behind the wheel at a fucking red light. That shit was so strong.
Because they had me on. Let me think. Zoloft, Klonopin, and Trazodone. Trazodone was to help me sleep because I got a lot of manics. The Klonopin was for my anxiety, but I had to take 3 of those, and most of the time it made me feel like a zombie. And then you add that with the Zoloft, and it was just like I was there. I'm in my body. I know I'm here, but I don't feel nothing. And it's just like
it's like you're a passenger in your own shit.
Right. You're just along for the ride. And
a
lot of people don't understand, like right now, this is a very, very crucial time, especially with people with mental health issues. Because a lot of us have PTSD or, depression, and it messes with you. It's because it's like me, I'm a loner. Like I have people in my life, I have people that I associate with and everything like that. But at the same time, I'm also very recluse because I don't like to have a whole bunch of people around. But everything happens for a reason. You know, maybe this was a good time for people to get closer with people, get more in touch with their own, you know, faith and understandings. But at the same time, like you said, you know, it's hard dealing with your own mental health when you want to go get help, but at the same time you don't want to be a zombie the rest of the time. So, but Mikey's already discussed his. I discussed mine earlier in the week. But since it is that special episode, we are going to talk about wrestling. So, best match ever in your eyes.
Best match ever would have to be. It would be like the series of matches that Eddie and Chris Benoit had before their departure from ECW.
Oh, you mean the gauntlet matches? They had a lot of gauntlet matches, like Iron
those bomb ass technical spectacles.
Right, where it might be his triple, you know, German suplex versus Chris Benoit's triple suplex.
Yeah,
his headbutt, the crippler. What about you, Mikey? What's your favorite match? What's the best match ever for you?
You know I'm a big fan of Rey Mysterio, so I have to go with Eddie and Ray. Eddie and Ray, they just
that's understandable.
Explosiveness right there.
Now there was a lot of Eddie and Ray matches. There was a lot of Eddie and Ray matches, not just including the tag teams, but also. Are you referring to the match? Are you talking about for the World Championship?
I'm talking about every match. Any match that they were a part of each other, it was just explosive. It didn't matter what match. They always came out and put everything on the table.
Very true. Very true. Mine personally, it's a tie though. I literally have a tie for this one. It was Stone Cold versus The Rock for the WWE title. And I've been waiting years to see this happen. Sting versus Triple H. And then you got NWO and the DX coming together. And it was, I mean, even though it wasn't really like the most proficient match that I've ever seen in the world, like Pierce was talking about earlier with Undertaker and Mankind. I saw SummerSlam for that one, you know, where he literally went through a table, got taken to the back, came back out, lost a tooth, lost an ear, and had, 73 stitches or something like that total, and 3 broken bones?
I don't know, bro. He got his ass beat in that match.
He got handled.
Very
he got
true.
really handled. But the reason I
that
say...
shit was rough. And then they went back and did that shit again.
Yeah, right. Like, you did that all over again, thumbtacks in your ass, all kinds of shit. No, I couldn't do it.
You know, that's the type of wrestling that I really miss. I miss that the most. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love WWE. I've been a fan for years, since I was a small kid, man. But I miss the old school WWE, the original. I'm going to say it the right way, the old WWF. I miss that so much.
Okay, so like, you talking about Junkyard Dog WWF, or are you talking about Attitude Era WWF?
Shoot, anything before the new era.
I don't really. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, considering most of our ideas have come to life on there. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I met a lot of people, and I talked to a lot of people, and I end up just giving them my shit, you know, like, just out of the way. So, you know, like right now, and Pierce can attest to this, the Bray Wyatt skit is me all day. He could probably attest to that just as much as I could. But the whole situations of how WWE is right now is kind of up in the air. I think we're losing Pierce again on his thing. So I'm just going to wait for him to come back. Name another great match that you really like.
Great match, man. There was so many. I basically enjoyed, like I said, you know, most of the WWF era of the Attitude Era, man. But if I had to call one more great match, let's see. I was always a big fan of Goldberg. I just didn't like how they executed him in WCW. But
Well,
definitely, I
yeah,
have to agree with you with the whole Sting and Triple H thing. That was definitely
that
one for the
was that
books right
was
there.
that was something that everybody wanted to see. I mean, really,
Yeah,
honestly, I didn't want to see Triple H, but you have the NWO and then you have DX. It was a great way to influence that and get that in. But then at the other end of the spectrum, it was still Sting, and I felt like Sting should have been taken on like Stone Cold or like Rocky, or maybe it should have been a fatal four way with Triple H, Stone Cold, and The Rock and Sting. I think
yeah,
that would
but I
have been
mean,
a
at the same time, you knew that kind of was going to happen just because. I mean, look who the father-in-law is. Hey, you want to
right.
have this big old match? I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. You got first choice.
Right.
Right.
So
All right, guys, we got our next guest, the Dark One, Mr.
Oh
Jordan
shit!
Caleb's, better known
It's your
as
mama's
Caleb
favorite
Hazelwood.
wrestler.
It's Sexy the motherfucking clown. What's going on, Caleb? How you doing, brother? You're we can't hear you. We can't hear you. I don't
My
know
shit
what
is
happened.
glitching so hard right now.
Actually, I think it's really just StreamYard. StreamYard has become like the most popular streaming thing right now. So it's like it's you got 90 different
Oh,
people
bitch!
streaming probably right now all at the same time. Hey, Caleb, talk. I can't hear you. Jordan, Caleb, you're muted. I
There
don't
you are,
think this
kind of, sort of.
Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, brother. I think it was muted. Okay, say something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Ken Kenneth from Connecticut.
What's going on? What's going on, Caleb?
see, we went there. We went there.
Well, that's what he was doing. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I don't know if it's probably just the connection. Hopefully, we'll keep him here. So okay, now unmute, now remute, unmute and remute. I hate technology. I hate it. It's great, but I hate it.
You still muted, my guy.
Yeah, he's still muted. So I'm gonna see if I can unmute him. Okay, now unmute. Now talk.
Or
Say
maybe
something.
he's unmuted, but this shit's so choppy. Oh, nope. I wonder if he's
Nope,
fucking
it
with
went
us. I
right
feel
back.
like he's fucking with us.
I feel like he's fucking with us too. We both know him. We know how he is. I see his mouth moving, but we didn't hear nothing. I don't have you muted. Okay, get some regular headphones. I see you. I see you. We can't hear you. It's horrible.
Yeah, we all see you.
We can see you, brother.
We-
I don't know. Oh, we lost Pierce. Oh God, the world is gonna come to an end. Caleb,
I feel like I'm in a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
can you hear me now? Get as close. Get as close as to the Wi-Fi as possible. Get to the Wi-Fi, my brother. Get to the Wi-Fi, brother.
My nigga, I ain't got no Wi-Fi.
Not you. I'm talking about Caleb. Caleb's ass. I know he got Wi-Fi. Again, if you want to give to the building fund, people, please give to the building fund because we need better Wi-Fi. So you can just cash app that to me or cash app that to the Bone Daddy. Oh, okay, so Caleb's getting some new headphones. We're observing the young lion. We're observing him. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Well, as Caleb gets his shit together.
I do got a question. I got a question for Mr. Price here.
Let me
What's
take
happening,
this
brother?
off.
All right, so as a former wrestler, I've been through a lot of matches. I've had a lot of my own personal matches. Name me your own personal best match and describe to us how it went down.
Oh shit. He went
My own
there.
personal best match and how it went down?
Yeah, how everything went down to you either winning the title or you winning the match or how it ended.
The best match that I probably ever had was probably with my buddy Dan King, to be honest with you, man. I had been training him and another trainee, a young lady, over the course of maybe 2 3 years, some shit like that. And his debut match was against me. And of course, we've got all the chemistry in the world because we've been working with each other for so fucking long. And we just went out there. We were supposed to have a 5-minute match. And of course, without a fucking timekeeper, my ability to keep time is worth a shit. So we went like 7 or 8, but it was such a good fucking match that the fans were cool with it. They were nice and hot and ready for the next shit to get in, and the booker wasn't terribly pissed. He was like, "What the fuck were you thinking going that long?" And it was like, "Well, my nigga, I'm sorry, didn't have a timekeeper, and my mental time clock is worth a fuck." It was like, "Nigga, I smoke weed with you on a regular basis. You know I'm about bored tits fucking useless when it comes to telling fucking time, dude."
Yeah, but your ass is always on CPT time anyway. So I was actually surprised you was on time today.
Usually, I try to show up like 30 early.
30 minutes early.
Jordan's still muted out, and I'm still glitching up.
I know. And they have to unmute themselves, so I don't know what's up with his mic. Like, his mic goes in.
There he is. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it no more.
What is that?
There you are. There's that voice.
I can't hear him. I still can't hear him.
And he's muted again.
Ah, this is sad.
He was
talking for
back.
a minute. I'm listening very carefully. Okay, Caleb. He's better known as Sexy the Clown. We called him Sexy the Clown for the longest time. He was there to witness my first epic fucking, super sidekick ever. I'm sorry. I wish it was working better because I want to talk to my boy. I ain't talked to him in forever either. All right.
It's been a minute since I've seen him or talked to him.
And there goes, there goes Pierce. Oh Lord. We keep losing everybody, Mikey. What the fuck?
It's just one of them times. We should have just put a pause on the show.
We should, but no, we can't. We can't do it.
No.
All right.
I'll say we should have just paused, period.
No. We might have to make it short today. All right, he's back. We're still trying to get Jordan on.
Niggas in technology.
All right. So since you're here right now and we're still waiting to see if we can ever hear anything back, name 3 wrestlers you really want in a match.
I couldn't make out anything you just said, Kane.
Can you hear me now? No?
I can hear you, but it's real chopped up, Bubba.
Okay.
It's like I'm lagging behind y'all real bad.
You might be. I might be. Top 3 wrestlers you want in a match. Did you hear that?
Top 3 wrestlers to won what match?
That you want in a match. That you want to take on in a match.
It's 2020 and this technology's fucked up and it's pissing me off. One more time.
3 wrestlers you really want in a match. Hold on.
All I got was a match, my dude.
Okay. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you, but it's really, really, really behind.
Really, really sketchy? Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Go figure. All right.
Let me not fuck around and jinx it.
Hopefully not. Can you hear me? You good?
Yeah.
All right. 3 wrestlers you want in a match.
3 wrestlers that I want to match with?
Yes.
Oh, fucking God, I got it right. Thank you. Oh, shit. 3 wrestlers I want to match with.
Oh, God.
I'm a really big fan of Drake Gallows. If I could get in the Drake Gallows, Magnificent Malico, and Okay, so Drake, Malico, Gino Riviera.
Gino Riviera, really? Not what I
I
expected.
like, dude. He's
He's got something.
the few matches that I've got to watch Gino in. Gino Told You So. Fucking, it's like watching old school Lawler, bro. Like
Right.
Memphis Lawler. He's got that really good heel motif about him.
Yeah.
And he's
He's very
stupid slick with it.
It's like a mix between Ric Flair, Jerry Lawler, and Mr. Perfect. Is the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
The best way I can describe him.
Gino's
Mikey,
smooth with it. I like Cat a lot.
Mikey, top 3 wrestlers you would want to match with.
Top 3. Man,
We're back to chopping up again.
It'll straighten out.
Man.
Here, so.
Definitely younger Sting.
Mike, you mean Surfer Sting?
That was definitely my top one right there.
The bright paint Sting?
Oh, whenever he first started out, and he was crazy.
Fucking shit.
Yes. Let's see. Definitely Rey Mysterio, of course. You know that was coming.
Right.
And man, probably Eddie. Eddie would probably be another one.
Hey Pierce, are you still there, or are you just in glitch mode?
I'm still here. I'm just trying to do what I can to maybe smooth this signal out on my end. Like I got all the bars. My 4G LTE is rolling.
Good. We got 4-wheeler in the background.
Whatever fucking car. Yeah, I heard that shit clear.
I'm trying to get my man.
So I know my Wi-Fi and my speaker's working.
I think George is just going to be here. He's just going to be like physically here, you know. So it's like
he's going to be an observer.
Right, you're going to be
for posterity.
Right now. He's probably screaming into the mic right now. Can you fucking hear me? You know, like, I can't, bro.
Homie here being a witness.
Right.
That's one thing I've been. That's one thing I've been noticing about StreamYard is when there's more than one person on there, it tends to glitch up a lot more.
Yeah, it does. And like if you get like 6 on here, it's ridiculous. I'm actually kind of glad some people have other things going on. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, there's less people on here. It can be me, Mike. we won't black out totally. And there he goes again. My top three. Stone Cold. I would love to have a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin just because I know it'd be a fun match and it would be interesting. Just the promos itself would probably be fun, just in general. The build up for it. Macho Man Randy Savage. I think a match with him would be epic because he was just a great showman. He'd show up, he didn't even have to wrestle. The only thing he had to do was say, "Oh yeah," and then it was a wrap because then you were fucked. And current wrestlers today, I'm tossed up because there's 2 motherfuckers I really just want to get my hands on. Bray Wyatt, just because he took my gimmick, and Seth Rollins because he's taking the other side of the gimmick. He's taking the old school Simon Apocalypse gimmick. They're running with that one. And then they're doing the new school Simon Apocalypse gimmick with Bray Wyatt with the mask and everything like that. It's where I became Mr. Black rather than, Simon. So it's those 2. If Lord, I pray for you. Because I know I'm going to end up being bloody and messed up. Because I will go all out for those matches. I really would. Caleb, can you talk? I can't hear you. Sing. Do something.
Man, he's muted again.
Oh man.
All right, I got a question. A good question.
Let me see if he'll unmute it. All right, go for it.
All right. Let's go with Mr. Price first. If you could own any
What's up,
title
bud?
belt, what would the title belt be?
Any title belt? Oh, bro.
Anytime. And it's only one, right? You can only own one title belt.
Yeah, just one.
I'd like
Okay.
to get my hands on the now illegitimate IWGP title.
What? He's talking about going to Japan
Yeah,
and
the one that
collect.
fucking Brock Lesnar ran off with because the Inokis wasn't paying him the money that they owed him,
Mm-hmm.
or so the story goes.
That's a very valuable belt, though. That is like
Yeah,
that's almost like the NWA belt. You know what I mean? That's like history belt. That's
it'd
straight
either
up.
be that one or whatever version of the AWA heavyweight championship that Lou Thesz last held.
Oh wow, you going old school for real. But that's like the
I've been doing a lot of history here lately, bro.
wow. I don't blame you though, because those are very extreme belts. Those are belts that you want to own just because as a wrestler, as a professional wrestler, you just want to own those belts because of the history behind it. That's like the original
Yeah.
WCW belt. You know, like the original WCW belt. That's a great belt. Me personally, I want the $1 million belt. Only belt I
can
ever
dig
want.
on that.
I want the $1 million belt because it was the only uncommissioned belt that literally holds so much history and holds so much precedence. Because one, you got to be a heel to hold it. You know, you got to be a heel off top. Because Ted DiBiase, hi Ted, hi Mike, hi y'all. I love y'all guys. And the other Ted. Both Teds. Hi Teds.
Both
But
Teds.
yeah. And Mr. Romero. We love you, dude. Ricky Romero. Love that guy. But the $1 million belt was the only belt that really never had a contention. You know, like they never really put it up, you know, for anything else other than Ted DiBiase. And Ted always won the belt. So if they were to ever bring that back, the villain the heel that they would have for that has to be remarkable. He has to be so charismatic and so, you know, intense that everybody wants that belt, you know, regardless of anything. I thought The Rock, for a while there, I really thought The Rock was going to end up getting that belt because, you know, the heel version of The Rock was amazing.
I could see that being really well ran. Fucking Rock managed by fucking DiBiase would be tits.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And then, you know, like it'd be like him passing the torch onto The Rock.
Yeah.
You know, like you're the new big man, you're the new heel, you're the new guy.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
he could have made a friggin' run. I mean, especially with his wordplay and all of his friggin' punsmanship, he could get in. Even if he got to write the friggin' promo down on his arm, it'd still be some fire shit.
He ain't lying there.
If he ever, I've never seen The Rock really let anybody down in a pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Promotion or anything else. His pop is such. I mean, I still get chills. I'm not even gonna lie when I see The Rock come on. I still get chills when I see Stone Cold come on. I get chills when I see Triple H. When it's really Triple H and not Paul Levinson, you know, trying to be the boss.
Yeah.
I like DX Triple H. Like when he went and had surgery on his pec and came back with the sledgehammer. When he came back with the sledgehammer, that's when Triple H was born. The DX Triple H before that wasn't really that great of a Triple H, but the new version of Triple H and the new version of the DX, like with Spirit Squad and all the Super Takeover when they took over again, that was amazing footage, and that's amazing wrestling. I miss those days. So I got a question for Mikey and Mr. Pierce.
What's happening?
Since we're talking belts right now, who in your eyes was the greatest world champion ever? And
That's a
I'll
hard
start
one.
with Mikey. I gotta go check my spaghetti. We're gonna start with. Oh
Greatest
shit!
world champion.
I would try to. Greatest world champion. Go, Mikey.
That's a hard one, honestly. I mean, God, man. I really don't even know. That one, I could stick with, I mean, fastest and smallest. I could go with, the biggest and most muscular. It's just kind of one of them. It's a hard question, man. But I guess if I had to choose one of the greatest ones, and it's going to sound really fucking just off coming from me, but I'd have to say John Cena would probably be one of the biggest. I hate saying it, but the reason that I do say it is because no matter what, he was always there. He was always challenging somebody. He was always holding up to that title.
True.
And I mean, you got to give the man props for that.
Pierce, what's up? Who's yours?
Fuck, he stole my answer, so I was like, shit, fuck yeah, Cena. That nigga put in work. He be doing all the charity events and shit. He be making wishes happen, goddammit. I love him.
And he was Fernando. He was Fernando, man.
Fuck if he threw a lame ass punch. But shit, I have to go with Flair.
Flair?
Yeah, Flair. I'd have to go with Flair.
Okay.
An oldie but a goodie.
True.
We're gonna answer for Jordan. We're gonna say Doink the Clown. Greatest champion ever. Mine honestly would have to be. Oh shit! Actually, it's a three-way tie.
He says, "Sorry, his stuff is not cooperating. The difficulties are technical."
Yes, they're testicle difficulties. I understand. It's okay, buddy. Mine is actually a three-way tie between, and then we lose. Then we lose Pierce. As soon as he said it, then we lose Pierce. Mine is a tie for three. First off, Goldberg. Goldberg was probably the coolest champion just because they did the whole Mike Tyson thing pretty much.
Right.
90 seconds or less, he got a title. Stone Cold, because Stone Cold probably had the best reign. He had the best range of things as far as like a world title should be concerned. They made a world title after him. He was the first one to have his own personalized title. And last but not least, woo, Mr. Ric Flair.
Definitely.
Because Rick always knew how to put on a show. Jacob's still here. I'm sorry you can't talk, my brother. I think he's enjoying the show because he's just like, we're just treating him like Sting. We're just gonna treat him like Sting right now. He don't even have to talk. He just has his face. Like,
make a gesture.
Right. He just scratches his hair. Kind of give the people's elbow,
Yeah.
Elbow
so,
everything.
Did y'all hear about Triple H's 25-year title that they have on for sale?
Word.
Yes, he has.
I did not know that was a thing. Yeah,
they actually have the original new WWE title, not the new one, but like the one that when it progressed into the WWE title, or WWF title, but it's Triple H's 25th when he won his first one.
Oh no, they released another one. It's the King of Kings title. Yeah, the King of King title.
Oh yeah, the King
I bet
title
that's
with
fresh.
the skull on it.
$700.
I fucking bet.
I will be getting one in about 3 weeks. Definitely. I gotta have.
You going to do that, bro?
We're gonna have to show the Cash App again.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the Cash App again right there, so we can get a title belt. We're gonna buy a title belt with your money.
Hold the homie down. It's for a legitimate cause.
There you go.
I'm sorry, bro. I will put that bitch right here.
Bet.
So everybody can see it.
Look what you guys helped do.
What can you do?
Pastor got to have a new car.
I'm gonna wear it on my shoulder the whole time.
Have a new car. right? I never. It's going with me all the time. I give a fuck. It's coming with me. All right.
I got a good one for y'all. I got a quick one.
All right.
Best tag team through the 90s.
Woo.
Oh
That's
shit.
good.
We'll start with Kane first on this one.
It started with me. With me.
Yeah.
All right. Best tag team of the 90s, period.
Yep.
I can't do that, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't do that one because there's only two. There's only two that come to mind. Fucking Dudley Boys and fucking the Hardy Boys. They both end with boys. You know, Hardy Boys were
What about Edge and Christian, man?
Right. I was about to say, hold on, you leaving somebody out here.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Edge and Christian ain't done nothing, but
they were great.
ain't done nothing to nobody.
They were great. But I mean, okay, your double finisher, which is Edge's spear into basically into the kill switch. I mean, even if you want to go there, then you got to talk about the Steiners. Then you got to talk about the Ultimate Madness. Ultimate Madness was great. Ultimate Mania was great. Hell, Worlds Collide was great. Tugboat and Tidal Wave was a great fucking tag team because those are two big ass motherfuckers that just would crush the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
I mean, Arn Anderson.
Natural disasters.
Yeah, the natural disasters because you had Typhoon because they changed his name to Typhoon and then Tugboat.
Yeah.
So, and then hell,
Make
even
it work.
Hurricane and Rudy, Ruby were good. So
True.
that was actually a good tag team. So, and of course, you couldn't beat DX. You can't beat DX.
True.
Your turn. Your turn.
All right, Mr. Price, your turn.
For entertainment value over work rate, I'm gonna go with good old Road Dogg Jesse James and Mr. Ass. I want to go with a 3D because the world's most heavily decorated fucking tag team. But if we're gonna go for entertainment value, Jesse James and Mr. Ass.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know?
Yeah, that's my shit. Me and my little brother got a whole Afrocentric black exploitation, overly sexualized Valentine's Day gimmick that's blatantly ripping off fucking that shit.
And there he goes again. But I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like a lot of times, man, people don't really understand. Like those tag teams really make a lot of the show. You know what I mean? Then you can't forget DX. You can't forget Road Dogg and Jesse James. You can't forget Eric Corbin. Eric Corbin was pretty cool. The Brothers of Destruction, of course.
Yeah.
One of the most dominant tag teams. Team Hell Yeah. I love that.
Word, that was entertaining.
Oh yeah. Or Rated RKO. Right? Rated RKO was a great tag team.
Yeah.
I thought they were. And I'm kind of mad at myself because I didn't include Randy in the greatest, champions. Mikey's over there watching cartoons again. He's going in and out. But there's a lot of great ones out there. So mine, since he wants to talk tag teams, greatest factions.
That one's a tough one.
Well, I'm gonna let Pierce start with that one, Mikey. I'm gonna let Pierce start this one.
All right.
Let's see what he got to say.
I don't.
Hold on. You're busting in and out, so I'm pretty sure he's about to drop. Maybe I'll put it on here for you so you can so you can see it. Hopefully he doesn't drop out before I get it up. Let's see. There it is. Greatest faction there. Oh, we lost him. Bah!
That ain't my fault this time.
No, it wasn't yours. It was okay. Let's see. Because Caleb's just sitting here. It looks like he's about to pass out. So I'm gonna let him type in his. You can type in yours. You know you can put in comments, right, Jacob? So you can put it. You can put it in. You can just type them in. Just type them in if you want. I'm gonna try and add them back. You there, Pierce? You there? You there? Clarice? Mr. Price. Paging Mr. Price.
I heard Jordan laugh for the first time in forever. Oh shit! I'm back all the way. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, dude. Like I still can't hear Jordan at all, man, at all.
Yeah, I haven't heard him at all.
I heard him do his Ken Kniff voice and then he stopped. So, what's the greatest faction ever, Mr. Price?
Have we already covered the Horsemen?
No, we haven't.
Well, you could easily go with those guys all day, but if you want to go for like maybe something fresher on the mind, I'd have to say Evolution, even though I'm not a big Batista fan.
Ooh.
But I will say that gimmick got Batista over in a new light, because like, what was it, just before that he was Deacon Batista. I think he was running that gimmick under Devon Dudley for a second before he got into Evolution, and it really just pushed him. And before that he was fucking what was it fucking Behemoth. It was some
weirdo group they had before that because of his tattoos with the one around his belly button and everything like that. He had like one with and Drek or Drak. I forgot what the fuck his name was. The dude with all the piercings before Prince Albert. Before Prince Albert, there was another dude. But he had that one with him. Mikey, what's yours? Who's your greatest faction?
I'm gonna stick with the old school wrestling just because I liked how sadistic and crazy they were. I'm gonna stick with the Brood.
The Brood? Oh my god!
I'm with that.
I can dig that. When everybody first got to see Christian and Edge, they got to see him with the Brood with the great Gangrel. Gangrel, man, dude, that was a great wrestler. I mean, he's still doing it. He's still doing his thing.
The supposed blood being spit out everywhere.
I just loved the way
that shit was good.
It got real. Oh, what about the Job Squad though? What about Job Squad? We can't forget about Al Snow. Al Snow?
No.
Really?
Not about the Job Squad.
No.
Well, I think it was because of Blue Meanie. I think if it wasn't for Blue Meanie, everything would have been better. But
and we were talking about
all about the squad.
And we were talking about Job Squad. We had to talk about fucking what's his name? Hurricane and what is it? Mighty
Hurricane
Molly?
and Ruby.
Oh, freaking
Ruby.
He had to have Mighty Molly too.
He was the R. He was the R. He was the Robin. He was Mighty Molly.
Oh,
yeah, Mighty Molly.
Rosie, yeah.
Yeah, Rosie. I don't know why I keep on calling him Ruby. Well, it's supposed to
I don't know, because I was confused as shit. Like, who the fuck is he talking about?
Ruby.
I was like,
who's Ruby? Rosie. And I feel bad because I really like Rosie. Rosie was a great wrestler. He's one of the Usos. He's part of the Uso clan. He's the Rock's cousin. He's the Usos' cousin, and he's Roman Reigns' brother, right? Older brother.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking right.
Yeah, he is. I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, he was great. I liked Rosie. Rosie was a great character. Mine, y'all already know what mine is. Y'all should know who mine are. I'm gonna put it up to. I'm gonna ask Mikey. Mikey, who's my favorite?
I don't know, man. You kind of fluctuate a lot. So.
You say I'm indecisive. That's what
I mean, I could go
Man.
with ICP. I mean, and you would say,
ICP
yeah, but
don't
then,
count.
but then,
ICP don't count. They were only on there for like a month.
you know you loved it. You can't say you didn't love it.
I did. I loved every minute of it. Especially when they ran out on the first one and nobody expected that shit. And then you see Violent J come out there and he goes, swan dive off the fucking damn top rope. That's great. That's great entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're rappers, but we're also wrestlers first. Who do you think mine is, Pierce? Because you know me. I mean, that's kind of sad. Everybody that's in this podcast right now literally knows me over 20 years. So you know who I like. Yeah. So. And I figured Mikey would have got it on the first.
Shit.
But he didn't.
If you'd have given, you probably gave us a big ass hint. So I'm gonna go with fuck, what faction was it that DiBiase was running? Fuck, that's gonna make me mad.
Are you talking about old school DiBiase or are you talking about young DiBiase?
Yeah, I'm talking old school DB. No. Fuck the Legacy.
Oh, okay.
Legacy was lame as shit. I mean, we got some standouts, but Legacy was lame as fuck.
They had a good start, but they kind of dropped the ball once they started getting.
I'm talking about when it was fucking DiBiase and Virgil and the 19 million fucking wrestlers he fucking managed.
From IRS and Mr. Perfect and Bruce the Barber Beefcake when he was trying to get everybody to be $1 million winners. Yeah. The $1 Million Corporation. Yeah.
There we are. Thank you. Oh my God. I just did a whole nother fucking podcast covering this shit, dude.
The original corporation. They were the original corporation. But really, honestly, y'all both missed it. NWO.
Hold on.
I was going to
say, fucking Christ, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm going to be
should have been an easy go-to.
TNA. The whole TNA was great. I love TNA. In fact,
I liked Test and Albert. That shit was great.
Yes. Test and Albert was awesome. Just because you didn't expect it. Because you didn't expect it. It was something that you didn't expect. And then even Jordan knew what it was. He already knew what it was. So that was great. That's what he said in the private chat.
All right, I got one for y'all.
My baby know me. Yeah. What's up?
We lost him.
He'll be back. We only got like 7 minutes too. We'll ask another question.
Okay,
we'll go a little bit longer. Hopefully, Price will come back. There he is. There's Bruce. There he is. All right. Make sure you're in.
I'm apparently
all right, Mike.
We'll fucking stoned to operate technology.
All right, we'll start with Mr. Price.
I will be over there after this. Okay. What's up?
All right, so not only greatest, but strongest female wrestler of the 90s.
Ooh. Not only greatest, but strongest female wrestler. Mr. Price, would you like to take that one first?
What's happening?
The greatest and strongest female wrestler of the 90s.
Greatest and strongest wrestler? Oh, it's chopping up on me again, bub. Oh, shit. It glitched out so hard the cane done disappeared.
Ah! Damn it! Look, I'm cooking, man. I'm trying to cook. Sorry. I'm trying to cook everybody. Do other things. Oh, Pierce. Okay, who'd you say?
He didn't hear the question.
I don't even know what the question was.
All right, ask the question again, Mikey.
All right. Greatest and strongest female wrestler of the 90s.
Greatest and strongest in-ring name of the 90s.
No, female wrestler.
Female wrestler.
Give me a thought. Female wrestler?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit, bro. You got some choices. You got Jacqueline, Ivory, Molly Holly was Flame. Who else was hot? I mean, you could
China.
always bring up Trish Stratus, but she had to build herself up to a certain point before that. Even as a child, a fan, I could really just take it seriously because even as a kid, I knew what was going on. That's some spank bank material right there. That's what the 90s was about. They were selling sex, and I was buying the fuck out of it. Shit, I'd have drank fucking Trish Stratus's goddamn bathwater as a fucking 10-year-old prepubescent fucking boy. Shit. But those
Shit, that's all you
female
needed was all
workers
the
that came.
Playboys that they released.
Mhm. I got a Playboy of Maria Kanellis that's survived fucking 3 robberies.
Oh
Shit.
damn!
Yeah.
She survived 3
That's
robberies.
how you know that's a great one.
Yeah,
That's a
that
great one.
motherfucker
You know
that's out in the shed right now.
God damn.
But I'd have to say probably my favorite. One more. Victoria. There we go.
Oh yeah.
She was hot. I miss Victoria because she was sexy. Man, Black Widow was a killer fucking move, and then every time it never failed. It was the perfect camera shot that showed that perfect ass.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Well, shit, she was always popping that motherfucker, and she came out to Lil' Kim. So if she wasn't just throwing hints,
Yeah, but
hard.
then you got to think about it, man. Okay, when Victoria came out, okay, one, she was hot. She wasn't blonde. She wasn't no blue-eyed bitch. She was a raven-haired, I'm coming in, kick your ass, but look at
Psycho.
my ass. Yeah, psycho.
Yeah.
But you couldn't help but look at her ass. Even I caught some of the girls when they were wrestling her, looking at her ass, because that was like the perfect ass. So for me, definitely Victoria. Beth Phoenix.
Oh,
Beth Phoenix.
I loved Beth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, and the third one's kind of a tie because there's Awesome Kong. Awesome Kong, she's fucking phenomenal. And
Yeah.
Nia Jax, just because I love Samoan women, so she's just sexy, so I like her. You know,
Her Instagram is flame.
man.
Same as the 90s.
Hey, oh yeah, the 90s.
Yeah, you done tracked all the way up. You're like,
like fuck it. I just want to say Nia Jax. There we go.
I like to point out that your list, as you progress, your list of female wrestlers got thicker and thicker.
If I ain't getting you, I'm getting you. And if I ain't getting you, I'm getting you.
Right. Really, at the end of the day, man, most of the people would say like Molly Holly, like you said earlier. Well, there was a lot of them. There's Tamina. Sorry. Back in the Gap, there was the Fabulous Moolah. There was
back when they was punching bitches.
Right, when they were really punching bitches. You know what I mean?
You were walking out bleeding.
Somebody was gonna bleed, you know. And then, of course, man, you cannot forget Scary Sherry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sherry Martell's a fucking gold mine.
Man, she was a great promoter. She was a wonderful manager. But
Yeah.
when she actually got the ring,
if she
was a bad
managed you,
bitch.
you were golden. You were golden no matter what you did.
Yeah.
You could have been the dumbest motherfucker in the world, but she managed you, you were golden.
Oh yeah.
Right.
She didn't break fucking kayfabe when fucking Booker T hit her with, "We coming for you, nigga." Straight laced. She was just there.
See it? But I loved it. I rewind that a lot because I love watching her face when he said it. She was like,
and gave him a hug. He was like, "Fuck him up." You can see it. He had a, "Oh fuck, I'm about to lose my booking, nigga. Oh shit, I'm about to lose my booking, bro." And she just gave him a hug, like, "Calm down, it's cool."
The only thing you saw after the promo was Booker do this, like, fuck.
God damn it, I'm fired.
It's like, they knew better than to hire a hood nigga to be a wrestler. Come on, man. I was selling dope 2 weeks ago. Here I am doing this shit. And then I'm like, nigga, you owe me? Oh, man. Oh, fuck. I don't went to this.
Oh, shit.
I called. Right. So it's like that. And that's another team we forgot. We forgot all about Harlem Heat. We forgot all about Harlem Heat. Stevie J and fucking Booker T, they was whooping ass. They was taking names. They didn't give a fuck. And that was the best part. And that was the first time as a young black male I was impressed with. Because, you know, like, I hate to say it, Coco Beware, Junkyard Dog, and all the other wrestlers that kind of preceded them, Rocky Maivaia's father, you know, Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson was the first black African American to win a world title. You know what I mean? So it meant something not only to our people, you know, because we're all minorities regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was the first time that we got to see that. Same thing with like Mikey, what Mikey was talking about earlier with Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero brought that Latinos into the forefront now. You know, there was, you know, that you still had Ray Ray, you still had, you know, Psychosis, you still had La Parka, God rest his soul. You know, there was a lot of great Latino wrestlers, but Latino Heat, he brought that shit.
It was the first time the culture got a straight spotlight.
Right. It was the first time any culture really was spotlighted out other than Rocky Johnson. You know, and then when The Rock came in during the, you know, the other part of the Attitude Era, then it definitely changed the whole landscape again, because then they took it to a whole different level by making it a militant group with the Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
And now this generation, I'm not really too impressed. I do like the New Day. I do like the New Day for the fact that they are willing to be goofy. You know, they're willing to bring the fun back into it and really make fun of themselves. But I would rather see a more cohesive group as far as, you know, because let's just be honest. Xavier Woods don't ever wrestle. He don't wrestle no more.
No.
He ain't wrestled since TNA. You know, that was the last time he was really wrestling.
Well, he had a few matches under the E brand, but like after they put, because what was it? It's like right before the whole Trayvon Martin incident, they were going to do something a little bit more black militant fucking gimmick, and then it got kiboshed and they were put into the New Day gimmick. And at first I hated it, and then I kind of like just.
I felt like it was overly racist.
Raise your hand if you've never been to a fucking fed and ended up in a fucking either being in a black fucking wrestling group or seen at least a black wrestling group. I'm in a black super group right now, bro.
Now, right? You know
it happens every fucking where I wrestle, bro. Hey, two black guys or more. Put them niggas in the group.
That's the first thing you do. Okay. Now,
so I kind of feel like with the New Day gimmick, maybe it wasn't what they wanted to do, but they took shit sandwich. They made it pretty fucking solid. Like to a point where they were so over that the fans changed it from being a heel group to being a face group.
Right. And then when you really think about it, then all of a sudden, man, you get serials. Like Xavier Woods is on DC Universe on a permanent basis. You know,
they got that show Down, Down, Up, Up.
Yeah, he's got a show on YouTube. He's got, I mean, there's so much that has came out of New Day as a positive that you just totally forgot about the negatives. But at the beginning of it was like, oh, they black, so we got to have a choir. What the fuck?
Yep.
You know, like, no. The only group that I can honestly say, the only urban group that I can honestly say that really influenced me was Prime Time.
Right. Prime Time was the group that I hated the most because I was like, oh, you couldn't find nothing else.
Nobody else.
Nothing else for these two gentlemen to do. Prime Time.
You got to admit, Prime Time was great. They were both excellent wrestlers. Excellent wrestlers. That's what pissed me off is the moment they won the fucking titles, off there.
Well, who was it? I think Shad Gaspard had some slick shit to say to the Undertaker or some shit like that backstage. Yeah. And JTG also had an issue with running his mouth or some shit, so they ended up getting kicked out.
Well, I mean, will you automatically push us as those characters? You know, and
true.
Because that was, you got to know, because me and Pierce already know that was one of my gimmicks. You know, that was one of my gimmicks that I wrote a long time ago. But at the same time, you didn't take the gimmick where I wanted it to go. You had moments where they got to be intellectual and talk to you and like really, really break it down from hip hop to just being a person.
The word of the day gimmick was entertaining.
Man, that shit was great. I thought it was wonderful. And then I liked watching how everything progressed. You took something that I wrote and blossomed from it. So I never got pissed off about it. I'm not like writing WWE. You're gonna pay me for my gimmicks or none of that shit. But at the same time, it's great to watch those things blossom into something.
I gotta step in real quick. I got dad duties going, so I'm gonna have to head out.
All right. Well, it's about that time. Anyway, everybody say bye to Mikey. Bye, Mikey. Bye.
Take it easy, brother.
Price, it was good meeting you, brother.
Nice to meet you, Mikey. You take it easy, my man.
Definitely.
I thought y'all knew each other. I thought y'all knew each other. Bye, brother.
Oh.
All right. So you get to close the show with me.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Dig it.
So, what's your last thoughts? Any shout outs you want to give out? Anybody you want to say what's up to?
Oh man, shit? I'm just itching to get back out to XWE out in Salina, Kansas, to go out there and raise as much hell as I possibly can for those fans out that way. If I can manage to get myself back out to Square Circle Pro out in Lubbock, Texas, that would be great. I'm looking to try and get in some trouble out in Denver with Primo's Hardcore and Wrestling, or whatever. There are various branches because Primo's blown up because they're doing was it neon lights and bar fights, which is the gimmick there is literally you're fucking in a bar fight. There is no ring at neon lights and bar fights. I'm trying to help Top of Texas here in Amarillo, Texas, blow up to the best level that they can be. And if I have shit my way, I'm going to maybe not permanently hang up my boots, but I'm going to decrease the level of activity that I have so that I can lend my the rest of my bulk card to training these cats, man. Because there's a lot of great cats that are growing up in the area, and then there's a few idiots. And as I often joke about, I blame the trainers. Right. Not to shoot on nobody or nothing, but there's things that these young men and women need to have been taught coming into this that they haven't been taught. Even like basic stuff like how
to take a bump, a bump. Really.
Even beyond that, just what's the word I'm looking for here? Can't think straight.
Well,
etiquette.
The thing
there we go.
Etiquette, right?
A lot of these cats have no fucking etiquette.
They don't have any wrestling etiquette.
No.
And that was one of the reasons, and I think that was really one of the larger reasons why I stepped away for a little while. Like I'm trying to come back. I'm finally in physical form that I can do this better than what I was. And I was pretty good. I was more of a ring announcer, or I was a jobber for the longest time. But that really kind of bothered me. It was like, just because you don't see me at practice all the time, just because you don't see me all the time, doesn't mean that I'm not in contact with everybody, that I'm not trying to find out, hey, what's going on? What am I missing? What can I do to help make this better? And if you're not teaching the new guys how to, one, shoot your promo, learn that part of the business, because if you don't learn that part of the business, you will not succeed in WWE, period. Point blank. Snitsky is a perfect example.
Yeah.
He started out as an independent. He got signed on with WWE. And when he read his first promo, he said he was scared to fucking death because he didn't really know what he wanted to say. And he didn't know exactly what his gimmick was. He knew he was a powerhouse. He knew Snitsky was that. But when he said those first lines, it wasn't my fault. Pop, straight pop, and it ran for years, and he had a great career off of it wasn't my fault. So those things of really coordinating your youth into being professionals, that has to be, like you said, being a trainer, that's part of your job as a trainer.
There has to be some fucking professionalism about it.
Definitely.
Like a lot of it's cool if you can be buds with your trainees and all that, this and the other, but at the end of the day, we're not here to be our trainees' buddies. I'd like to, but sometimes it just ain't going down. I got to be that guy. I got to be that asshole just to get
Yeah.
them pushed to where they need to be.
And
But
don't get me wrong.
everybody at a base level should know their etiquette.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trashing any of the trainers that we had. I do kind of I kind of don't agree with a lot of stuff that happened, but
yeah,
I would never trash them because they did their job. You know, I started off with everybody that was in top of Texas. I started off with a lot of people that were in the WWT, you know, X divisions. Like, I know a lot of the guys, including, you know, Ricky, and he's even trying to get me back into it. He's like, why aren't you doing it anymore? I'm like, I'm trying to get back in, but I really don't think people want to let me in because they feel like I'm hard to work with. I'm not hard to work with. I think I'm so excited to do it, and I want to see it grow. And so when you're that excited and you have good ideas, you just, you know, some people don't always see it from your perspective. So it's just
right.
But I wanted to say this. Now I get to say it face to face. I'm so proud of you, man. Congratulations on your title. I know you've been working really, really fucking hard. I've watched this man. I've been watching this man grow for 10 years as a wrestler. And, you know, and watching you grow as a wrestler, and hell, I helped you with one of your finishing moves, and we've got so much history together. It's just great to see my people, you know, going up. So like Jay is the champion at SOAR. You're the champion at, you know, top of Texas. I'm wondering how many more of my boys is gonna get a championship. I want a championship.
I'm with it.
I'm not even gonna lie. And really, we've been talking about doing this for years anyway. We should go ahead and start the faction. I'll be a manager, and then whenever you're ready to tie it up and just say fuck it, we with it. I'm with it.
I'm with it. Hell yeah.
My final thoughts. Thanks everybody for joining us. You know, like this is great. I'm glad that we have this outlet now. I'm glad that I can have people like Pierce on. You know, even though it may seem like family to y'all, it's always family to me. But everybody's my family, especially if you're watching the show. So thank y'all for coming and watching us. Thank you, Pierce, for coming out here.
Me on, bro.
Thank you, Caleb, even though you couldn't talk. But thank you for being there and just doing your thing, you know. So hopefully that will probably develop his character a little bit more too, where he's just like, I don't even have to talk now. I can just show up. Just
I'm that guy.
You're that guy. So I'm gonna hit you up after this. I'm gonna come and kick it with you for a minute.
Dig it.
Since I ain't got shit else to do. That's cool.
Shit, I can dig it.
All right. I'll hit you on the DM. I'm gonna let you out. I'm gonna let you out of this real quick. I'll talk to you in a minute. Everybody make some noise for Mr. Pierce Price, better known as Pacifist. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to all our first responders. Y'all just keep it up. Hopefully this shit will be over here pretty soon. Hell, I love doing this for y'all. Like I said, man, give something to building fun. Maybe we can keep this going. Maybe we can make this into a huge thing. It's Bomb City at its best. We thank y'all for coming and joining us tonight. See y'all on, today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, so we'll see y'all on Monday. See y'all on Monday. We'll have some more guests, and we'll have some more fun. Talk to you later. Bye.